In the spring, when you come to the pool house, this is what you'll find. You'll find your filter, sand filter here, your pool pump right there, your chlorination and chlorinator dispensing, and then your pool heater, which is currently not connected. In addition, up here you'll find several hoses and connections. You'll find your pool timer and electrical in this box here. And you'll find a main box of electrical right here, as well as some switches along the side of the wall. When you come into the spare bedroom, the downstairs spare bedroom, you're going to open the second closet door and you're going to find your fuse breaker, your main breaker here, amongst the other things, including your wireless internet and whatever else you have happening here, alarm system. In the main breaker, you're going to see that it's labeled on the side. There's a key on either side. You're going to go to the key that says pool 17A and B. And you're going to refer here on the box, follow down along the sides to 17A and B. And you're going to ensure that they're flipped off that way to the left. If you want to turn it back on, you're going to switch it that way to the right, corresponding with all the other breakers. This is a chlorinator. Make sure that both ends are cleaned off like you did in the fall from Teflon tape or plumber's tape. And we also have a bin here, or basket, where we put our skimmer basket, where we put other helpful odds and ends, including our pressure gauge, which we'll get to. So these pieces you're going to set aside. They are not pertaining to the chlorine basket at the moment. And we're going to install this by connecting the two ends of the hoses after installing some plumber's tape. You're going to start at the tip and wrap along, overlapping about between a quarter and a half of the tape, and ensure that you get at least 3 solid layers before finalizing. You're also going to Teflon wrap all other ends, including the filter nozzles and the pool pump nozzles. Now we're ready to install the chlorinator. I'm going to slowly slide it into the end like so. So this is our current configuration. We've got one hose into the chlorine cartridge. We're now going to take this hanging hose and insert this end into the other side of the chlorine cartridge nozzle. Ensure that your chlorinator is installed facing upwards, where you can drop the pucks into the top, and that the ends are tightly snug on either side. You're now ready to slide the fasteners to the end of either side and tighten with a common screwdriver, with the screws facing upwards for easy access. Now I'm going to take this hose running from the chlorine basket, and we're going to attach it to the far inside corner of the pool filter here. This one here says pump on it underneath. If you shine a flashlight, you'll be able to read it, meaning that this nozzle connects to the pool pump. We're now going to take our extra line. Now this hose is connected to the chlorine filter. We're going to take this extra hose, attach it to the pool filter nozzle where it says pump underneath, leading to the pool pump itself. We now have the pool filter connected to the pump. So the pump is connected to the pool, pumps water through the pump into the filter. The filter circulates it and filters it, pushes it out to the refill valve. The refill valve tube leads to the chlorine puck, and the chlorine puck leads back into the pool. So we have our complete system of in and out. We're now ready to connect the waste line to the filter, which will lead and flush the filter on a routine basis for regular maintenance. This is an Intermatic outdoor timer. A little protective box. I'm going to pull it and open it this way. Inside you'll see wiring directions and time clock set directions. The first thing you'll see is the dial here, and basically wherever the dial is pointing is the indicated time. If you want to change the time, you just pull back on it and rotate it to the desired time. So this would be 4 p.m. If I pull it and rotate it, this would be approximately 6 p.m. You can't really see the 6, but that's where it's at. In addition, you've got these automatic stop and start indicators. So basically, as the clock turns, it'll trip these little metal pieces will trip the start time or off time. You can also have a manual override switch, which will turn it on by clicking that way, or off, which is that right now. I just click it this way. Your wiring is displayed underneath this panel here. Your neutral wire, well, firstly, your wires are going from the timer, one of them leading to your pump, one of the wires leading from your box to your timer. So the neutrals are white, and you've got the neutral on the bottom coming from your pump, and that goes to terminal A, and the other white wire coming from your box also goes to terminal A. Then you've got your grounds, your respective grounds from each of the wires, which lead up here and go to the green knob, the green screw, and go that way. Then you've got your live wires, which are black. Your first black wire coming from your box will go to hub 1. Your second live wire coming from your pool pump goes to hub 2, and this is where the change will happen. When it switches, when you indicate this way, the pump will turn on. When it switches back, the pump will turn off. The resting state is off, which is this configuration. It's important to always ensure that when you're doing electrical